Welcome to Femora. Don't forget to subscribe for more shocking family drama and jaw-dropping stories. I took a deep breath, my hands trembling as I knelt before Liam. Liam, I love you more than anything, I whispered, my voice barely steady. Will you marry me? His eyes flickered, but not with joy. I need to tell you something first, he said, and my chest tightened. What do you mean? I asked, hope clinging to every word. I've been seeing someone else, he admitted, voice breaking. My stomach dropped. What? Liam? What are you saying? He ran a hand through his hair, avoiding my gaze. I love her. I can't do this anymore. I felt like the floor had opened beneath me. Her? Who is she? My voice shook, anger and disbelief battling each other. He swallowed hard. It's Emily, I froze. Emily, my sister? Yes, he said quietly, as if saying it louder would make it less real. I laughed, a bitter, hollow sound. You're in love with my sister? After everything. After us? I didn't plan for this to happen, he said, guilt written across his face. I can't lie to myself anymore. I stood abruptly, my hands trembling. Lie to yourself? You've been lying to me, to us. Tears blurred my vision, but I couldn't stop. All those nights? All those promises? It was all a lie? He flinched. No, some of it was real. I shook my head. Real? How could anything between us be real if your heart was with her? My voice cracked. I trusted you. I gave you everything. I never wanted to hurt you, he whispered. But it sounded hollow, empty. I trusted you. I shouted, my heart breaking into pieces I didn't think I could ever pick up. He reached out, but I stepped back. Don't touch me. I need to get out. I ran, the world spinning, the air thick with disbelief. My chest burned, my mind screamed, and my heart shattered. Every memory, every laugh, every moment felt like a lie. Emily's smug little smile from the past flashed in my mind, and rage mingled with sorrow. I stumbled into the night, unable to look back, unable to breathe, unable to believe that the person I loved the most had just destroyed everything. I slammed my bedroom door, the lock clicking into place. I sank onto my bed, clutching my knees, and whispered to the empty room, Why him? Why Emily? A soft knock made me startle. Hey, are you okay? It was Mia, my best friend. I'm fine, I said quickly, wiping my tears. Just leave me alone. Don't lie to me, she said firmly, stepping closer. I saw what happened. I know you're not okay. I shook my head, voice breaking. Liam, he left me for my sister. Mia froze. What? I swear, Mia, it's true, I said, my hands shaking. I proposed. And he? He told me he loves her. My sister? Mia sank onto the bed beside me. Oh, I don't even know what to say. I buried my face in my hands. I trusted him. I thought we were perfect, and Emily. She always acted like she was better than me anyway. I should have seen this coming. Mia grabbed my hands. You couldn't have predicted that. None of this is your fault. I pulled away slightly, my voice bitter. Doesn't feel like it. I feel humiliated. Invisible. Like everything I gave him, every little thing didn't mean anything. I know it hurts, she said softly. But crying in here won't fix it. You have to let it out, I'm here. I laughed bitterly. Let it out? I feel like my whole life is falling apart. Everyone else sees me as normal, but inside, I'm shattered. You're not shattered, Mia said firmly. You're scared and heartbroken, yes, but you're not broken. And you're not invisible to me. You're stronger than you think. I looked at her, a flicker of something I hadn't felt all day. Hope. Stronger, huh? I don't know if I can be. You have a choice, Mia said, her eyes locking onto mine. You can crumble and let this destroy you. Or you can rise. You can fight to take back control, your dignity, your life. I'll be with you every step. I swallowed hard, my chest tight. Rise, it sounds terrifying. It is terrifying, she admitted. But sometimes the things that scare us the most are the things we need the most. I let out a shaky breath. a small spark flickering in my chest. Maybe I can do this. I don't know yet, but maybe I can, Mia smiled. That's all it takes. One step at a time. I'll help you get there. I hugged her tightly, feeling the tiniest bit of strength return. Maybe this was the beginning, not of despair, but of something I didn't yet understand. I haven't slept properly in days. Every time I close my eyes, I see Liam's face, his eyes avoiding mine, and the other woman smiling at him like she owns him. I can't eat, can't focus at work, can't stop replaying that moment. Hey, are you even listening? My colleague Sarah asked, snapping me out of a daze. Sorry, I muttered, pushing my thoughts away. Just tired, I guess. She studied me carefully. You look like you're carrying the weight of the world. What's going on? I hesitated. It's personal. I don't really want to talk about it. Sarah shook her head. You know me. Talk. Sometimes you can't move forward until you face it. I sighed, leaning back in my chair. It's Liam. He left me. For someone else. My voice cracked. And it's someone close to me. My sister. Sarah blinked, then frowned. Oh, wow, I'm so sorry. That's awful. I feel lost, I admitted. I can't eat, can't sleep. I keep watching them from afar. I see their fights, the lies, the imperfections. And yet, every time I see Emily's smug little smile, it fuels something dark inside me. You're angry, Sarah said gently. Good, anger is a fuel. Don't let it destroy you. Use it. I stared at her. Use it? How? By taking back control, she said firmly. Focus on yourself first. Build your life, your confidence, your strength. Plan your steps carefully. Not revenge for the sake of it. Revenge for reclaiming your dignity, your life. I nodded slowly, a spark of clarity igniting. Reclaim. Yes, I can't let this define me. I won't, Sarah smiled. Exactly. Observe carefully, act deliberately, and never forget your value. You're stronger than you realize. I felt the old hurt girl inside me begin to shift, transforming into someone sharper, calmer, more in control. The anger was still there, simmering, but now it had direction. Thank you, I whispered. I think I know what I have to do now. Good, Sarah said. One step at a time, and I'll be here if you need guidance. I took a deep breath, straightening my shoulders. The betrayal still stung, but for the first time, I felt the beginnings of power returning. I could rise from this, not as a victim, but as someone ready to take control of her life. I watched from across the cafe, my coffee cooling in my hands. Liam laughed at something the other woman said, but then I noticed the slight tension in his shoulders. They weren't perfect. They argued quietly under their smiles, and her hand brushed his in irritation more than affection. Are you staring again? A familiar voice whispered. It was Mia sliding into the seat across from me. I trailed off, realizing how tense I must look. You're planning, aren't you? She asked with a small grin. I gave a short laugh. Maybe, I can't help it. I see the cracks, Mia. They aren't invincible. I can feel it, Mia nodded knowingly. Good, observing is smart. Patience will give you the edge. I leaned back, studying them again. Liam's fake grin faltered when she teased him too sharply. Emily's smug little smirk at family gatherings flashed in my mind. I could see the arrogance, the insecurities, the little things that no one else noticed. While you're watching, don't forget yourself, Mia said, catching my gaze. What do you mean? I asked, slightly defensive. Your work, your image, your confidence. Don't just focus on them. You need to grow too. Strength isn't loud. It's subtle, calculated. I bit my lip, thinking, I've been hiding in anger for so long. Maybe I can channel it differently. Focus on myself instead of just waiting for them to slip. Yes, Mia said, smiling. You'll notice everything more clearly once your mind is sharp. And the people around you will notice the change too. Without knowing why, they'll respect you more. I nodded slowly, feeling a strange satisfaction. It's strange, isn't it? I still feel anger, but it's clearer now, focused. Not this wild, messy thing that made me feel weak. Mia reached across and squeezed my hand. That's your power returning. Don't let it scatter. Observe, learn, grow, and wait for the right moment. I looked back at Liam and the other woman. Their laughter sounded hollow now. Their tiny cracks, their flaws, I could see them all. And in that moment, I realized something important. My strength wasn't in confronting them yet. It was in growing quietly, in letting them underestimate me. Quiet power, I whispered, almost to myself. Yes, I can do this. I found Liam at the cafe we used to frequent together. My steps were steady, my face calm, though my heart thudded in my chest. Hey, he said, surprise flickering in his eyes. Hi, Liam, I said lightly, sliding into the seat across from him. I thought we could talk? He nodded, avoiding my gaze. Sure, I didn't expect to see you here. I know, I said, smiling faintly. I wanted to clear the air. Forgive you, Liam, I truly do, he blinked. You do? Yes, I said, my tone even. It's hard, but I can't live in anger forever. I just need honesty from here on, he exhaled shakily. I thank you. I don't deserve your forgiveness. I tilted my head slightly, careful to keep my expression neutral. I'm not here to accuse you, but I do want people to know the truth. Not to humiliate anyone. Just honesty, he frowned. What do you mean? Sometimes stories get twisted. Small things left unsaid can make someone look better than they really are, I said casually, letting my eyes meet his briefly. It's easy for people to believe lies if no one speaks up, he swallowed. See? I left it there, my words simple but planted like seeds. Later, at a family gathering, Emily's pride did the rest. She bragged about a promotion she supposedly secured, but mixed up the details in front of everyone. I noticed her slip, the slight pause, the hesitant laugh when someone questioned her. I caught Mia's eye across the room, and she gave me a small nod. See? She whispered. I smiled softly. Yes, I see. The old timid me would have panicked, avoided confrontation, or hidden away. Not anymore. I stayed poised, graceful, confident, watching the small cracks emerge in both Emily's arrogance and Liam's attempts to look composed. By the end of the evening, people were quietly impressed with me. My calm, my dignity, my quiet control. Whispers of admiration reached my ears. They had no idea what I had endured, only that I seemed unshakable. I left the gathering with a strange satisfaction, not gloating, not angry, but calm, deliberate. The first wave of karmic justice had begun, and I could feel it in the air. I was no longer the girl who cried in silence. I was someone who could observe, act subtly, and reclaim my life without losing control. For the first time since Liam's betrayal, I felt power in my own hands. I spotted Liam at a small get-together with his new partner, and I couldn't help but notice the tension radiating between them. Their smiles were forced, their words clipped. You're quieter than usual, Mia whispered beside me, sipping her drink. I'm observing, I murmured. Notice the cracks. Liam laughed at something she said, but his eyes darted nervously. The ease he once had with me was gone. The confidence he flaunted now looked hollow. Do you think he realizes anything? Mia asked softly. I smirked faintly. I think he's starting to. Slowly. Across the room, Emily arrived, her usual arrogance in full display. She started talking about her achievements, louder than necessary, drawing attention to herself. But I noticed the tiny missteps. She mixed up dates, names, and accomplishments. A subtle chuckle escaped from an older cousin nearby. I leaned toward Mia. Watch this. Pride always trips people up, Mia chuckled. It's satisfying to see them stumble a little. I shook my head slightly, though I felt the satisfaction creep in. Not satisfaction for cruelty, just natural consequences. Emily glanced over, noticing my calm presence. Her smile faltered, just for a moment, and I caught the brief flicker of unease. That was all it took. Later, I overheard her bragging about some family matters, and someone politely corrected her. Her face flushed, and I saw the embarrassment she tried to hide behind laughter. She's getting too comfortable with herself, I whispered to Mia. She's learning the hard way, Mia said. I realized then that Liam was watching too. He looked at me briefly and then away, guilt and doubt crossing his features. I could see the realization. He underestimated me, and his choices weren't as clever as he thought. A family member approached me. "You're handling yourself so well," they said quietly. "I'm impressed," I nodded, offering a polite smile. "Thank you, it's been a process. No one else needed to know the full story. I didn't need validation from Liam, Emily, or anyone else. My dignity was mine to reclaim, and every subtle misstep they made reminded me of the power I had quietly regained. By the end of the evening, I felt a strange calm. The reckoning wasn't dramatic or loud, but the ripple of consequences was clear. I left with unease mingled with satisfaction. Revenge, when natural and deliberate, didn't need cruelty. For the first time, I understood that true power came from self-respect, observation, and patience. I was no longer a pawn in their story. I was writing my own. I walked into the room with my head held high, feeling a calm I hadn't known in months. People noticed. Whispers followed me, not of pity or gossip, but of admiration. "Wow, you look amazing," Mia whispered, sidling up to me. I smiled faintly. "Thanks, it feels good to be me again." Across the room, Liam froze when he saw me. His eyes widened, then narrowed slightly. He took a hesitant step toward me. "Can we talk?" he asked, voice low, almost pleading. I tilted my head, my expression neutral. "About what, Liam?" "About us. I made a mistake." I held up a hand. "You made choices. I'm not interested in excuses." His shoulders slumped, and I could see the regret written all over his face. "I still care about you." "I never stopped." I shook my head, calm but firm. "You cared enough to betray me? I don't need to hear apologies anymore. I've moved past that." He swallowed, nodding slowly. "I understand." I turned, walking away, my confidence radiating. I didn't need his approval, his validation, or his presence. My worth wasn't defined by anyone else. Emily appeared moments later, attempting her usual charm, but her usual ease faltered. A colleague corrected her claim about a project, and her face flushed red. She caught my gaze, her smile wavering for a brief telling second. Mia nudged me gently. "Look at them. You've shifted the balance without saying a word." I nodded, feeling the satisfaction quietly build. Not satisfaction in cruelty, just balance. Natural consequences have a way of revealing themselves. Friends and acquaintances approached me, complimenting my composure, my grace, my strength. "You've handled yourself so well," one said. I smiled politely. "Thank you. It's taken time, but I finally understand what matters. Me, my choices, my dignity." Liam lingered nearby, glancing at me with that mix of longing and regret. Emily fidgeted beside him, her pride now tempered with subtle embarrassment. I realized then that their faltering wasn't something I forced. It was a natural reflection of the decisions they made. I breathed deeply, feeling a calm empowerment settle in my chest. This wasn't about revenge anymore. It was about reclaiming my life, my confidence, my independence. I had been hurt, humiliated, and underestimated, and now I was strong, steady, and untouchable by their actions. For the first time in months, I felt entirely in control. My worth was mine, and no one's betrayal could ever take that from me again. I spotted Liam and Emily at the art gallery. Their conversation paused as they noticed me. My steps were steady, my expression calm, almost serene. "Hello, Liam. Emily," I said lightly, sliding between them. Liam stiffened. Hey," he said, voice uncertain. Emily's smugness flickered for a second. "I didn't expect to see you here," she said, attempting casual. I smiled, soft but deliberate. "I thought it was time we talked, honestly." Liam's brow furrowed. "About what?" "About choices," I said evenly. "About arrogance. About how you both assumed I'd crumble and let you define my life." Emily blinked. I cut her off gently. "You spoke loudly, acted boldly, and expected everyone to admire it. But pride has a way of showing cracks, and I've noticed them. Every small misstep, every lie, every careless word, it's all visible now. Liam's jaw tightened. You think you can just— I'm not here to fight, I said, my voice calm, measured. I'm here to let truth speak for itself. I've reclaimed my life, Liam. Your betrayal doesn't control me anymore. And Emily, your arrogance only reveals your own flaws. Emily flushed, searching for a retort. That's not fair. I'm not seeking fairness, I replied. I'm seeking honesty and dignity, something you both underestimated in me. Liam opened his mouth, tried to argue, tried to manipulate with excuses, but I held my gaze, unshaken. Every pleading word, every defensive gesture, they only confirmed the person I used to love was gone, replaced by regret and ego. You see, I said softly, I don't need revenge to feel justice. Observing your choices, seeing them backfire subtly, watching natural consequences unfold. That's enough. They looked at me, stunned, their eyes wide with the reflection of the hurt they caused. Shock mirrored the betrayal I once felt. I gave a faint smile. I hope you both learn from this. I certainly have. Without another word, I turned and walked away. Every step was deliberate, filled with the calm certainty of a woman who had survived heartbreak, witnessed arrogance crumble, and stood taller than ever. By the time I reached the exit, I felt light, unburdened, and entirely in control. Victory wasn't in cruelty. It was in my dignity, my strength, my self-respect. Life continued, but differently now. I woke up each morning without the weight of betrayal pressing on my chest. I filled my days with work, new friendships, and the hobbies I'd neglected while consumed by pain. One evening, Mia called. Want to grab coffee? I'd love to, I said, smiling. For the first time in months, it felt natural. Conversation flowed easily, laughter returning. I met new people too, at work, at social gatherings. Some flirted, some challenged me, some became friends. Every interaction reminded me that the world was vast and my life didn't revolve around Liam or Emily. You seem different, a colleague remarked one day. Stronger, calmer, I nodded. I've learned to value myself. To trust carefully, yes, but also to act deliberately. I can't let anyone define my worth anymore. Mia nudged me later. You're glowing. It suits you, I laughed softly. I feel it too. The pain is still there sometimes, but it's tempered. Useful. It forged me, not broke me. One afternoon, I caught sight of Liam and Emily from across the street. I watched quietly, noting the subtle tension between them. Their mistakes and arrogance had consequences, naturally without my intervention. Karma had done its work. I reflected on my journey. Betrayal had shattered me, but it had also revealed my resilience. Anger had turned into focus, humiliation into strategy, heartbreak into self-awareness. I was no longer the girl who crumbled behind closed doors. Life moves forward, I whispered to myself, and I move with it. The confidence wasn't loud or boastful. It was quiet, deliberate, and satisfying. People noticed, not because I forced it, but because my composure radiated naturally. My worth came from my choices, my strength, and my dignity. I allowed myself to hope again, to love again, to embrace opportunities I had once feared. For the first time, I felt whole. Pain lingered, yes, but it no longer defined me. I was in control of my life, my happiness, and my story. Closure wasn't about erasing the past. It was about understanding it, learning from it, and moving forward without fear. And for the first time in what felt like forever, I could say confidently, I was free. Months later, I walked into a charity gala, my dress elegant, my posture straight, my smile calm. The room buzzed with conversation, but I felt centered, untouchable by the past. Then I saw them. Liam and Emily together, attempting their usual charm. Their eyes widened when they noticed me. Wow, Liam muttered under his breath, glancing nervously at Emily. I smiled faintly. Hello, I said, voice soft but confident. Emily's posture stiffened. You look different. she said awkwardly, trying to mask discomfort. I've grown, I said simply. Learned to value myself, my choices, my dignity. They glanced at each other, and I could see it. The shock of someone they underestimated. The realization of the respect I commanded now. A friend approached me. You've handled everything so well. Truly impressive, I nodded. Thank you. It wasn't easy, but it was worth it. Pain teaches you a lot if you let it. Liam opened his mouth, hesitated, then closed it. Emily tried to smile, but it faltered. I didn't need to say more. They had seen enough. Their past arrogance and selfishness now contrasted sharply with my calm poise and confidence. I moved through the room, people greeting me, conversations flowing, opportunities opening naturally. I noticed new partnerships forming, friendships strengthening, and admiration directed my way. I had carved a space where I thrived, not by tearing anyone down, but by standing tall and letting life reflect the choices they made. At the end of the evening, I stepped onto the balcony, feeling the cool air on my skin. For the first time, I felt fully free. The betrayal, the heartbreak, the humiliation, all of it was behind me. Life had balanced itself, and I had walked through fire, emerging stronger, wiser, and unshakable. I smiled at the city lights. This is mine, I whispered. My life, my worth, my happiness. No one can take that away. And as I walked back inside, I felt the quiet, complete empowerment that only comes when you've survived betrayal, embraced your strength, and reclaimed your life fully. Have you ever been betrayed by someone you trusted the most? How did you find the strength to move on? Comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more family drama stories. See you in the next video.